What kind of person steals a fortune only to confess with a smile? A man walks into a police station and calmly admits to a billion-dollar heist. No hint of remorse. He recounts the crime like a bedtime story. He shares details no one else could know with an almost psychopathic calm. Every fact checks out. A bombshell confession to an unsolved crime. But why confess now, after getting away clean? This confession is just the beginning. The reason he's finally speaking out might be the most disturbing twist of all. Watch till the end to find out. It's 2:13 a.m. on a cold Tuesday in New York City. Inside the high-rise headquarters of Titan Trust, one of the nation's largest banks, the silence is deafening. A lone figure moves with ghost-like precision through empty corridors. Deep in the basement vault, the massive steel door yawns open. Shelves of cash and jewels have been cleaned out, stuffed into heavy duffel bags. The intruder, dressed in black from head to toe, makes one final move before vanishing into the underground tunnels. He leaves behind a single playing card, the Ace of Spades, as a silent taunt. The perfect crime is underway. By dawn, chaos reigns. Alarms blare and law enforcement swarms the Titan Trust building. Panicked executives and stunned security guards direct agents to the gaping vault. It's the largest heist in U.S. history, nearly $1 billion gone without a single gunshot or witness. The press dubs it the billion-dollar ghost heist. How could something of this magnitude happen right under everyone's noses? Detectives comb the crime scene, baffled by the surgical precision. There are no broken locks, no forced entry. The security logs show only a brief system maintenance at 2:14 a.m. It's as if the vault simply opened itself and let the treasure walk out. Heading the investigation is Special Agent Jonathan Jack Dempsey, a seasoned FBI officer famed for cracking impossible cases. Jack stands at the vault's entrance, jaw clenched as he surveys the emptiness. He spots the playing card left behind, that lone Ace of Spades, and slips it into an evidence bag. A calling card. Bold. Brazen. This thief wants them to know how clever he is. Jack addresses the assembled team grimly. "This was no smash and grab," he says, holding up the ace. "It was choreographed. We're dealing with someone who plans 5 steps ahead." As the FBI digs deeper, a portrait of the mastermind begins to form. Whoever orchestrated the heist had intimate knowledge of Titan Trust's security, alarm systems, vault access codes, the timing of guard patrols. Insider information had to be involved. Employees recall one odd thing: a new night janitor hired through a temp agency just weeks before the heist. A quiet man in his 50s who kept to himself and disappeared right after the robbery. Criminal profilers suggest the culprit may be a psychopath, cunning, manipulative, even charming. Such individuals blend in seamlessly and show no telltale emotions to betray themselves. The thief's brazen confidence in leaving a calling card hints at someone who revels in the game itself, completely unsympathetic to his victims. Investigators realize they aren't just chasing a thief. They're up against a mind that sees crime as a contest and law enforcement as prey. Agent Jack Dempsey takes this case personally. This mastermind has made a mockery of the system and of him. Late nights find Jack in a makeshift war room poring over blueprints and timelines. On his desk, that Ace of Spades sits in its evidence bag, a constant taunt. Jack barely sleeps, obsessively re-examining every detail, determined to find what they missed. Weeks pass with no breakthrough. The media hounds the FBI, hungry for answers. They dub the unknown thief the Ghost, marveling at how not a trace of him can be found. Pressure mounts. That's when a mysterious letter arrives. One morning, Jack discovers an envelope on his desk with no postage. It was slipped inside FBI headquarters undetected. Inside is a typed note. "Too slow, Agent. Catch me if you can." Jack's hands tremble with anger as he reads details only the real thief would know, described with mocking humor. The Ghost is toying with them, pulling the FBI into a psychological duel. At last, digital forensics yields a clue. Agents track down a hacker who helped disable the bank's alarms that night. Facing decades behind bars, he spills what he knows. He never met the mastermind in person, only online, where the mysterious boss used the alias Ace, a chilling nod to the ace of spades left in the vault. Armed with this lead, the FBI sets a trap. They arrange a midnight meeting at a deserted parking lot, offering a payoff to lure the elusive ghost out of hiding. At 12 sharp, a hooded figure in black approaches the bait. Agents hold their breath and close in. Suddenly, boom! A flash grenade ignites, blinding the team with light and smoke. In the chaos, the figure vanishes into the darkness. When the smoke clears, all that's left is a ringing burner phone in the spot where the bait was. Jack picks it up, and a distorted voice on the line laughs. "Nice try." Once again, the ghost slips through their fingers, leaving the task force stunned and humiliated. Years roll by with no answers. Despite the task force's tireless work, the billion-dollar ghost heist remains unsolved. Jack Dempsey, after exhausting every lead and sacrificing countless nights, eventually has to let the case go. He retires from the bureau with the thief still at large. In the absence of closure, the story takes on a life of its own. The ghost becomes the stuff of urban legend, a modern outlaw tale. Was he a criminal genius who fled overseas? An inside man hiding in plain sight? Without answers, the heist is officially a cold case, the ultimate perfect crime. Until a decade later, when the truth finally comes to light. 10 years after the heist, an astonishing turn of events rocks the FBI. A gaunt, older man walks into a Midwest FBI field office and calmly declares, "I'm here to confess to the Titan Trust robbery." The receptionist nearly laughs, until the man slides an old FBI badge across the desk. The name on it stops her cold. Jack Dempsey. Within hours, Jack sits in an interrogation room, his once imposing figure now frail but composed. In a steady voice, he begins to recount how he pulled off the greatest heist in U.S. history. He explains how he meticulously planned for a year, taking that janitor job under a fake identity to learn the vault's every weakness. How he recruited a hacker on the dark web to crash the alarm system at the perfect moment. He even chuckles as he recalls leaving the ace of spades in the vault to give them a little wink. The agents listening are floored. The very man who led the investigation had been the mastermind all along, orchestrating a billion-dollar theft right under their noses. When they ask why he did it, Jack's lips curl into a slight smile. "Because I could," he says simply. After decades of chasing criminals, he wanted to prove he was smarter than all of them, and smarter than the colleagues who never suspected him. It wasn't even about the money, he admits, so much as the thrill. Pulling off the perfect crime and then watching investigators scramble was, to him, the ultimate game. Psychologists later note that Jack displayed every classic sign of psychopathy: ruthless cunning, zero empathy, and an uncanny calm under pressure. He could lie flawlessly and manipulate those around him without guilt. While he pretended to hunt the ghost, he was secretly laughing at them the whole time. In his confession, Jack remains chillingly matter-of-fact, expressing no remorse for betraying his badge or his friends. If anything, he seems proud of his grand accomplishment. With his health failing, Jack says he chose to confess so he could shape the narrative of his legacy. "What's a great puzzle without a big reveal?" he remarks dryly. In his twisted mind, coming forward at the end was the final triumph, his checkmate move. He offers only a few cryptic hints about where the remaining money is hidden, just enough to tantalize the authorities. It's clear he enjoys keeping some secrets to himself, even now. News of the agent-turned-thief sends shockwaves across the nation. A man sworn to uphold justice was the very criminal he pursued. Former colleagues and friends are stunned, replaying years of memories now tinged with doubt. The media explodes with the story of the FBI ghost. How did he fool everyone for so long? It's a betrayal almost too big to fathom. In the end, law enforcement recovers only a small fraction of the stolen fortune, around $200 million. The rest remains stashed in places only Jack knows, likely never to be fully recovered. Jack Dempsey goes down in infamy as the man who pulled off the ultimate inside job. Even in custody, he seems to have had the last laugh, having outsmarted everyone for years. The case may be solved, but it leaves us with a haunting question. Why would a criminal this brilliant decide to confess after getting away with it for so long? Was it pride, guilt, or just one final mind game? Let us know your theories in the comments. And if you found this story as thrilling as we did, remember to hit like and subscribe for more cinematic true crime tales. Who knows what other unbelievable mysteries are waiting to be uncovered?